For a long time, I found myself in situations where I observed an event or observed some kind of people, and I had a lot of analytical thoughts regarding whatever I observed. And I used to think a lot regarding that particular event or particular person that I just observed. And all those thoughts, all those analytical observations that I had in my mind, I could not I was not able to articulate that in a comprehensive manner to someone and discuss it with someone, because I particularly had two problems regarding that. One is I was not comfortable in translating the thoughts that I had in my mind into words and make it understandable to the person in front. And also I was shy and I was extremely scared of being judged for whatever thoughts I had. And I was scared if I was shy, or I was skeptical that if I share the exact thoughts that I have regarding a particular situation or a particular person, then I might be judged for that, and that might affect how people view me. So these are the two problems I particularly had when I used to observe a situation or observe some person and had analytical thoughts regarding that. But over the period of time, I understood that i need I needed to express that thought, and I gradually overcame all those hinders or all those barriers that were preventing me from saying all those thoughts to a person or to a lot of people in a comprehensive manner without the fear of being judged. Now, I want to talk about how I overcame that. And if you are someone who find yourself in a similar situation like I described, then you need to watch this video to overcome this particular problem, because it is a problem and you need to understand it and you need to come to a solution to it. Because if you do not speak what you think clearly to a person, and if you do not have the ability to possess to if you do not possess the ability to articulate it clearly, and if you just keep it to yourself, then it will be a problematic thing for you over the period of time. So I want to discuss how I overcame that particular issue that I had, and I'm still trying to get better at it, but I believe that I have worked a lot on that particular issue that I was having, or that was troubling me for a long period of time. So the first thing is, the first problem is that I was not able to articulate the thoughts that I had into clear words that were comprehensible to anyone, let alone anyone. It was even difficult for me to speak it in a way that was understandable to myself also. So the first thing that I did was, whenever I had this kind of thoughts, whenever I had this kind of analytical observations, I started to stand in front of a mirror and I started to speak whatever thoughts I had. I started to speak about it so that it becomes something that is understandable. And I myself started to observe whatever I spoke, and I myself started to hear and listen and tried to give a feedback to myself. And I did that without telling anyone, and I tried it for a brief period of time. And after that, when I came to a realization that okay, whatever I'm trying to say in front of the mirror is somewhat understandable, somewhat logical, and somewhat makes sense, then what I did, I started to speak about those thoughts to the closest person that I had. It might be a relative, it might be your brother, sister, it might be a close friend of yours, whoever you think is the most comfortable you are with. You should try to speak it to him and see their reaction, see their feedback, see their emotional um, feedbacks that you get from their facial expressions and how they react to it. And gradually you try to get those feedbacks and try to improve on how you speak or what thoughts you need to articulate or modify. And then over the period of time you go on to speak those thoughts to a person who is not so close to you. Then on you can move on to articulate your thoughts to a stranger, and now like this you can just go on and keep on trying to expand your ability to articulate your thoughts to different people and to a lot of people over the period of time. This is the first thing. I think if you exercise this particular habit that I mentioned, it actually helped me, and it is probably one of the reasons why I am now able to share my thoughts in an unfiltered way in this camera and put it on the internet, because I practice those habits regularly over a period of time, and I practiced it over and over to be comfortable with sharing my thoughts to a stranger. And it was very difficult in the beginning, but if you try this exercise that I just mentioned, I think it will be easier for you to overcome it, and you will find it easier to articulate your thoughts uh, into words to a stranger, because it is important. If you do not articulate your thoughts, then you are not being absolutely yourself, because what makes you an individual who is different from other people is your ability to understand, is your ability to observe, and your ability to articulate that to the people around you. That is what makes you unique. And if you do not take the opportunity to do that, then you are just a ship in the herd. You are not a unique person, and you will not be valued for it if you are not unique. And if you are a unique person, you may have some opinion which might be different from others, but if you have the ability, if you have the guts to say it, then that makes you unique, and that uniqueness will be something that people will respect you for. And the other issue was the fear of judgment. Let's come to the second issue that I mentioned, the fear of judgment. Now, the fear of judgment is something that you gradually conquer over a period of time by understanding the nature of people, understanding the fact that people do not care about you much. They are busy with their own lives, and they are not thinking about you as much as you think that they are thinking about you. They are not thinking about you at all. They might uh, judge you for a few days, and after that they will forget about it. But ultimately the narrative that you carry in your head about yourself is far more important for you than the fear of judgment that other people might project onto yourself. So these are the two aspects of this particular problem, and if you just try to practice on the solution that I just given, I think you will be able to become a person who will find it easier to articulate the thoughts that he has in a simplified and comprehensive manner to the person in front, and it will be something that will give you a peace of mind at the end of the day, because you will be someone who will be assured that he is someone who is at least living true to himself. So I hope it helps. I hope you become someone who is not scared, or who is not hindered by thoughts into expressing himself fully.